Good day, sir. Good day, classmates. I am here to have my virtual demonstration. So for today's lesson, we're going to tackle about the macronutrients and micronutrients. But before that, let me read first the learning objectives. So at the end of this lesson, the students are expected to introduce macronutrients and micronutrients, to explain the functions and sources of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, to elaborate the function and sources of different vitamins and minerals. So what is really macronutrients and macronutrients? So what are they? What are they used for? And then where can we find them? So that's the question that we need to answer upon discussing this lesson. So, as we all know, food is eaten and digested in the body to allow the absorption of energy and nutrients. So, there are different types of nutrients. These are the macronutrients and micronutrients. So, let's discuss first the macronutrients. What is macronutrients? So, from the word macro, it is something large, and nutrients, something that nourishes our body. So, there are three macronutrients that are essential for our health. So these are the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fats. So macronutrients are measured in gram. So it is measured in gram because it is a large amount. So the three macronutrients such as the carbohydrates, protein, and fats, it is very essential because this three gives us the energy in our body. So we need to fuel our body with those essential nutrients in our body. And then, so first, we're going to tackle about the component of macronutrients. The first one is the carbohydrates, which we always consume in our food every day. So this carbohydrates also is very important because it is source of energy. Then 1 gram of carbohydrate provides 4 kilocalories. So there are also two types of carbohydrates, such as the simple carbs and the complex carbs. So these two types of carbohydrates provide dietary energy that are complex and simple sugar. Dietary fiber is also a type of carbohydrate which is not digested to provide energy. So what are those foods that belongs to simple carbs? So these are the rice, the bread, and such other. And then the complex carbs, these are the more on vegetables and fruits. This too is very essential because it gives us the energy in our body. So the next one. So what can you give some examples of the sources of sugar in the diet? So these are the fruits and the vegetables, those fructose, milk and dairy products, and honey, some juice, and of course the table sugar. It is a source of sugar. So starchy carbohydrates. So starch is found in a variety of foods. It is made up of many sugar molecules. So can you give some examples of sources of starch in the diet? So these are the potatoes, bread, rice, pasta, and other cereals. So second is the protein. So as we all know, protein is essential for growth and repair and keeping our cells healthy. And also, it is made up of protein, which is the building blocks called amino acids. So proteins also provides energy. 1 gram of protein provides 4 kilocalories. So the different foods contain different amounts and different combinations of amino acids. So protein from animal sources such as the meat from the cow, the meat from the pork, and other animals. And also it contains the full range of essential amino acids also needed by the body. So protein from the plants also came from the vegetables, green vegetables, and such as the colorful vegetables one, and also those other fruits. Those sources of protein, as I mentioned earlier, the animals and the plants. So in the animal, we can have the meat, fish, eggs, milk, and cheese. And also the plant, there's many. such as the beans, lentils, and also the soya products. That's the sources of protein. The next is the fats. Fats provide fat-soluble vitamins from A, D, E, and K, and it is necessary for their absorption. So it is also important for essential fatty acids that the body cannot make. So fat provides a concentrated source of energy. 1 gram of fat provides 9 kilocalories. So foods that contain a lot of fat provides a lot of energy also. So there are two types of fats. These are the unsaturated fats and the saturated fats. So which are the more important and which is the healthiest? The unsaturated fats is more healthier compared to saturated fats because unsaturated fats came from the natural plants, natural vegetables, and then while the saturated fats, it has the oil from the animal, which is not healthy. So it is very healthy for us to consume the unsaturated fats rather than saturated fats. So high intakes of saturated fat may raise blood cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke, such as the high blood, and the diet high in unsaturated fat is associated with lower blood cholesterol and reduces the risk of heart disease. So we really need to use the unsaturated fats, or we need to consume unsaturated fats rather than saturated fats. So most saturated fats are solid at room temperature and tend to come from animal sources. So most saturated fats are liquid at room temperature and are usually came from plant sources. That's the unsaturated fats. Then next, we're going to tackle about the micronutrients. So there are two types of micronutrients. These are the vitamins and the minerals. So micronutrients, from the word micro, it is something small amount, and nutrients is something that nourishes your body. So vitamins and minerals are needed in much smaller amounts than macronutrients, which is in the larger amount. So their amounts are measured in milligrams and micrograms. The micronutrients are measured in milligrams and micrograms. So we have the vitamins. So these vitamins is very important because it provides us a strong immune system, so we cannot get sick early, so we can fight the bacteria that enters our body. So there are also two types of vitamins, which are the fat soluble vitamin and the water soluble. So fat soluble vitamins which can be stored in the body, such as the vitamin A, D, E, and K. Water soluble vitamins which cannot be stored in the body and are therefore required daily, such as the vitamin C. So fat-soluble vitamins. So these are high in vitamin A. So vitamin A is needed for good eyesight, as we all know. Good eyesight, healthy skin, and also resist the infection in our skin. And vitamin A is provided by the dark green leafy vegetables, carrots, and oranges, and such as those colorful fruits. And then next, vitamin D is needed for the absorption of calcium from foods to keep bones and teeth healthy. So vitamin D keeps our teeth and bones healthy. We get most of our vitamin D via the action of sunlight from our skin during the summer months, or when we expose our skin in the sunlight but not too hot. Vitamin D is also provided by the diet from oily fish, meat, eggs, fortified breakfast, cereals, and margarines, and other spreads. Then next, the water-soluble vitamins. It contains of vitamin B. There are many different types of vitamin B, and each has a specific function in the body. These are include the vitamin B1, B2, B6, and B12, and folate acid. So It present in small quantities in different type of food and important for growth and good health and help in various biochemical processes in cell and also function as coenzymes. That's why it is healthy and it is very essential for us to have a health, to have a good health. So now next, the vitamin C. So vitamin C is very important because it is needed to make collagen in our body. This is required for the structure and function of the skin, the cartilage and the bones. It is important nutrient for healing cuts and wounds. So vitamin C can help with the absorption of iron when foods or drink containing both vitamin C and iron are eaten at the same meal. So the sources of vitamin C. So these are the fresh fruits, especially citrus fruits and berries, green vegetables, and also peppers, tomatoes, and potatoes. So that's the sources of vitamin C. So can you name some citrus fruits? Do you know some citrus fruits? So these are the citrus fruits: the lime, orange, grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, and clementine. So these are belongs to the citrus fruits. And the next, the minerals. So minerals are inorganic substances which is required by the body in small amounts for a variety of different functions. So what are the functions of minerals? So it builds tissues, it regulates blood fuels, and assists in the body function and help form body structure. So next, the calcium. So the body contains more calcium than any other mineral. So it is essential for a number of important functions such as the maintenance of bones and teeth, blood clotting, and also the normal muscle function. So what are the sources of calcium? So these are the milk, cheese. That's why we always keep drinking milk. Their products, broccoli also, the vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, fortified soy products, and also some meat, fish, bones, with fish eaten with the bones, such as sardines, tinned salmon. So that's the sources of calcium that we really need to consume. Then next, the iron. So iron is very essential. Why? Because it serves as the formation of hemoglobin in the red blood cells. So red blood cells carry oxygen and transport it around the body. So iron is also required for the normal metabolism and removing waste substance from the body. So did you know there are two types of iron, one from the animals and sources, the other one from the plants. So the sources of iron from the animal came from the liver of the meat and the pig or some cow and nuts, and in the vegetables also the nuts and some of the dried fruits and also whole grains and dark green leafy vegetables. It is very important because it is a source of iron. That's why we keep on eating a lot of vegetables, which is the green one, because it provides us with hemoglobin to have our red blood cells, so we will not be anemic. So that's why. So micronutrients and macronutrients. So when we say macro, it composed of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So these three provide energy and are needed in a large amount. That's why we call it macronutrients. So on the other hand, the micronutrients, it is a small amount which includes the vitamins and minerals. These do not provide energy but are essential for health because the micronutrients gives us the healthy body, while the macronutrients gives us energy to boost our day, to be able us to function, to be able us to be energetic. So these two, the macronutrients and micronutrients, are very vital in our health because these two gives us the healthy body, healthy mind, body, and so on and so forth. We really need to consume these nutrients, the both nutrients, because eating in the right amount, a healthy diet gives us the healthy lifestyle, healthy living, and also good health. So for you to have some clarification and for you to understand the differences between the two, I prefer a video for you to gain more information. So let's watch the next video. Hello, this is Kimberly Villaflores Dacheli and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video guys, I'm gonna talk to you about the differences between the two, the macronutrients and the micronutrients and how they work together in our body. So I will give you the 3 steps for you to really understand the differences between the two. So, but before we do so, let me explain really how our body works and how it is similar to how a car operates. So in the same way on how to put fuel in a car, in order for it to move and we have to look after also in the engine. As a result of that, our body is really similar of a car. Using this scenario, we can really understand how macronutrients and micronutrients serves our body in very different ways. So first element, we have the macronutrients. So what is macronutrients? So from the word macro, it is a large or big. The nutrients, something nourishes us. Now, macronutrients are like the fuel you put in your car. It may be petrol or diesel, and that's because they really give you the calories to be able to allow you to get move, not just in motions but also doing some physical activities you might do in your daily routine. So the calories that you consume from the carbohydrates, fats, protein, because it includes the macronutrients. So macronutrients are the composed of carbohydrates, protein, and the fat. So we always consume that in the food that we eat every day. As we all know, macronutrients because we eat a large amount of that. So we eat a lot of rice, we eat a lot of snacks composed of all of the macronutrients. So we need this large quantity, that's why they called macronutrients. So large meaning macro. So when we break this down, we can get actually the macronutrients that we consume are all the calories. These are like a fuel that you put in a car. If you don't have enough fuel, then we can't able to get into A to B, or we can't able to go somewhere, we can't be more energetic, we'll lose our energy and not be able to function properly within our day, because as we all know, the macronutrients give us enough energy because of the protein, because of the carbohydrates, because of the fats. So macro means large quantity, nutrients, something nourishes us, and then we really need that in our body in a large amount. As we all know, we consume a lot of that. So that's the thing, we call it macro because it's big, something large, and we all consume that food. So the next content is all about the micronutrients. So from the word micronutrients, it's not that big, but when we're saying micro, it is a small quantity. Small quantity and nutrients, something that nourishes our body to be able us to be healthy so we can function properly. Micronutrients, instead of being a fuel in a car, this is like an engine in a car. Really, really important. And how they all important because they contribute to the processes of our body. So relate that to a car. It allows the engine to go around. It allows the actual car to work properly. Same thing happens to our body. So the micronutrients allows us to work properly and to be able us to function properly and to be able us to be healthy because the micronutrients serve as our health. And then it allows the processes that happens in our body. As we all know, a lot of processes from digestion, from the other parts of our body. And these micronutrients that you know are the vitamins and minerals that is very important for our body. So these micronutrients helps our body to work efficiently, not just efficiently, but also effectively. effectively. And we need this in a small amount. That's why they call it micronutrients, small amount. The nutrients, something that nourishes our body to be able us to be healthy, to have a strong immune system so we can function within the day and we can have a good health. So it's really easy to think the differences between macro and micronutrients. So the macro it's large and then micro is small. And so the engine oil helps us as well as the process in our body. And that's exactly what micronutrients do. It's something that helps us to be strong and healthy. While the macronutrients, it's give us energy. The third step is all about understanding the fact that macro and micronutrients come together in our food during the week that we consume in our daily basis. For example, an apple. So an apple, like this, an apple, if you will have to have an apple inside apple as you eat it, it has the macronutrients, which is mostly carbohydrates because apple has the carbohydrates and that's the macronutrients that we consume, the calorie quantity within it. But there's a lot also of micronutrients inside an apple, like antioxidants and fighting chemicals, and those helps to the process. So you've got this package inside an apple, both macro and micronutrients. So as we all know, the macronutrients serves as energy. The apple, as we all know, the doctor recommends us to eat apple a day to go the doctor away, to get the doctor away rather. So we eat an apple because it gives us energy and also it helps us to have a good health because apple has an antioxidants and also a fighting chemicals because there's a lot of illness that can heal when you eat apple. So if you really eat vegetables and all the fruits such as the oranges, and these are contains all the vitamins and minerals that your body really needs. So if you really look in that situation, the macronutrients and the micronutrients are very important. They all important, but we need to consume it in a balance, or we need to consume it not so much, but in a balanced diet. So we have balanced diet because we call that balanced diet because we eat food in the right amount. So we eat the right amount of the minerals and vitamins. We eat the right amount of the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So macronutrients, the large quantity, and it gives us energy. So without macronutrients, without the carbohydrates, protein, and fats, we can able to get move. We can able to do our activities such as playing around because we have low energy. Oh, and then playing around on that, and then you have a lot of playing outside. You have a lot of work to do. So if it is lack of macronutrients, then we don't have energy in our daily routine. So the micronutrients, it doesn't allow us to get moved. It doesn't allow us to be energetic, but it allows us to be healthy. So it allows us to not be always sick. It allows us to be have a strong immune system, so we can um, so we can have a healthy body, so we can work properly, efficiently, so we can think better. We can have a good eyesight. We can have a good eyesight. We can have a healthy skin. We can have a blooming face. So that's the vitamins and minerals do. While the macronutrients, it gives us energy to boost our day. So macro means large quantity and micro means small quantity. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you really get a knowledge about the macronutrients and the micronutrients. So they all come together and they really give our body a healthy and to able our body to work properly like a car with a amount with fuel in it, and it's always moving. It gives energy and we can go on with our day. So like that. So thank you for watching. Bye. See you on my next vlog. So don't forget to eat a lot of fruits, to eat the right amount of fruits, and to eat the right amount of the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins which the macronutrients has. And then thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope you gained some knowledge from me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, classmates. And that's the end of my demonstration about the macronutrients and micronutrients. Thank you. Have a good day.